Hey everybody, it's yard sale season. Sweet of you, Andy.
Mommy, what is this?
An interesting looking shirt for sure.
Is it like your foodie shirt?
I'm sorry. What is that?
Little bows, like velvet bows. I have no need for that. Those are really cute.
That's cute. I have a bag similar to this that like sheets came in that I got at a yard sale in a freebie thing. I don't think I have a use for this.
Do you need
sham. I don't actually. I don't need that.
Hey, Mommy, is this for an apple?
Uh-huh. Hey everybody, I've got Emily with me and we just got back from yard sales. So I'm going to take you with us and I'm going to show you what we got.
Hey everybody, so my yard sale haul is on the left. So the first thing I got was this pack of cardstock paper. It's bright spring colors. I got that for 50 cents. It's unopened and I will use it to make some homemade cards for people. And then I got these Old Navy high-waisted jeans, black jeans. Got those for $1. That was also something on my list. And then I got some fidgets for a gift for somebody that I'm working on. Those were $1.25 altogether. I probably would have bargained some for those, but it was two really sweet young girls who were selling them from their collection. And then the final thing that I got was this tray. It originally was $13, probably from TJ Maxx or Ross. It looks like it's Tommy Hilfiger. And I got it for $1, but it's got some really pretty designs on it. I think I'm going to use it and put a potted plant, maybe something else on my island in my kitchen, just as a springtime decoration. So the total that I spent today was $3.75. I'm pretty excited about that for the first yard sale of the season.
All right, so I'm going to show you guys my haul for today. My total ended up being $10.50, and I've got some really good things here, so I'm pretty excited about it. My first stop was I got these 3 items of clothing here. This is a Carhartt sweatshirt, and my son has either already shown you that or will be showing you that. I ended up getting this along with these 2 pieces of clothing that are actually Madewell. So this is a Madewell sweater. It's a darker green color, and then it has this kind of light, kind of lilac color florals. Now, if you notice, the pilling on it is pretty significant. It was funny, Emily and I were saying while we were at the sale, we didn't notice that. So I guess it was just the coloring. We thought it was part of the sweater. But I think that with a fabric shaver, I think these are gonna come off pretty easily. So I'm either going to keep this or give it to one of my nieces. And then same thing with this. This is a Madewell shirt. I think that the colors are going to be really great for the summertime. It does have just a little bit of staining here, and I'm hoping that's makeup and not, you know, nail polish or something like that. But we'll see how it goes. They're not big stains. They're not super noticeable. And so I thought for Madewell and Carhartt, you know, $4 wasn't too bad. So I did start by using the fabric shaver and going over this sweater. And then after I did that, I put it in the wash and something rather unexpected happened. It got worse. So all of these little black pills that you see, I guess whatever material this sweater's made of, it just spread those to everything in that wash. Unfortunately, I put all of our fabric things from this trip in the wash, so it didn't ruin them, but it was just really inconvenient. This is definitely a sweater that this person should have just tossed, as much as I hate to say it. So I did end up having to throw it away because it would just create problems for someone if I donated it. The next stop that we went to was right over here, I think, and I spent $4 there as well. So Emily pointed out this basket, and I actually am planning to do a gift with that one. And then I also got these cookie cutters, which again, Emily pointed out to me. These are Magnolia Hearth and Hand, and so I think those would be really cute for functional use, but also just for decorating in the kitchen at Christmas. So I'm excited to have both of those for $2 each. Of course, after I did that, then Emily walks up with this tray and asks the price, and they said 2, and she said, would you take 1? And I thought, I always chicken out with bargaining from time to time, and Emily she is bold in the nicest way. So I needed to take a cue from her. But anyway, still $2 a piece wasn't bad. We went to another yard sale and I got 2 different items. I got these sandals for Andy. They do have just a little bit of imperfection there on the toe. If you have sandals like this, or if your child does, you know that this is going to happen anyway. Honestly, other than just that little bit of imperfection on the toe, these look great. And so these will be awesome for school, for church. At that same sale, Emily pointed out these puzzles to me, and I just think they are so great. They each kind of have a different theme. So you have animals, you have numbers, here we have shapes, and then of course they have these little things on the top. We developmentally are not quite ready for these yet, but they will be nice to have once we get there. The one thing that I was telling Emily was, I like the display here, although it does kind of teeter a little bit. But since they're stored this way, you can't leave the puzzle pieces in the puzzles. So I'm just curious, if this were yours, how would you store it? Would you do away with this altogether? Or would you keep them in here but find a better storage for this? They just had these in a Ziploc bag, which isn't my favorite. So leave me down in the comments below what you would do with that. All right, last 2 things. This was at a yard sale that was in the same neighborhood as that, and these are Old Navy wide leg green pants. I have a pair very similar, and I think that Andy's going to look so cute in these, so we'll just put those back till she's ready for them. And then the last thing, I've been printing off my recipes because I love looking at a paper recipe instead of looking on my phone. And I've been wanting to get a sleek looking binder that can just be propped with my recipe books in the kitchen. So I found this one. I offered $0.25. I don't think she actually wanted to accept my offer, but she had the option to refuse, and she did not. So it's got a couple of binder tabs and these little folders, and I just thought it was really cute. So that's going to be my new recipe binder, and that was my total for $10.50. I did just want to add that some of you were probably thinking, maybe if I just turned that wire rack on its side and then slid the puzzles in kind of horizontally, that it would solve the problem. And it occurred to me after filming this that that's what I should do. So I tried that, and I think that's going to be the way to store it. That way the puzzle pieces can stay where they belong.
So I bought this little calico critter thing, which it was $1, but I got it for $2. With this was also $2. This was $2, and this was $1, and she got both of them together for $2. And then this was for 2 quarters. 1 quarter. And unzip it. Show it. It's a little lunchbox, and it has some containers in the side. And then I got this little cow for free. And I got this little Target dog for my cousin, and I got her also this wallet. And together, how much money were they? Well, they were $1 together. So, and then I got this little bat for $0.25. I got this little squishmallow, and that was $1. And that was $1. Okay, we got a lot of stuff. This was for free at a yard sale. So I got this remote control car. It was $3 and I got it for $2. It can move left and right. You can see the tires moving. Watch. The only thing is it doesn't go exactly straight when you move it forward, so but it's still a good deal. And I got this Wii player. They said it was $5, and I thought that was a little high, so I asked for $3, and they said yes, so I got that for $3. It's a little lunch carrier. It's got utensils. It's got 3 layers. It's got utensils. It's got a little snack space. And then it's got a little lunch space in here. And we're gonna wash it up, and I got that for $1. I didn't bargain for it because I thought that's probably the best price that I could find. So first I got this Carhartt hoodie. So I know you don't know this, but I love hoodies. And so I got this Carhartt hoodie. And then second of all, I got this, and it says S'moresaurus Rex, and it's a T-Rex. That looks like a s'more, so I got that. And then me and my cousin got this cornhole thing to share. So, yeah, these are my yard sale finds.
All right, so because we had guests with us today, we didn't really do like an actual bargain banter, which we were so happy to have them, but I missed the bargain banter. We really enjoy just the adult conversation, but also, you know, it's fun for us to look back and see me missing turns. I missed plenty of turns today. We just didn't film it.
Did you say right or left?
It's just a constant theme. We did go to Chick-fil-A. Emily's birthday's tomorrow, so we got Chick-fil-A and just enjoyed that. But I thought we would just kind of look back through and tell you guys any highlights or anything that happened.
Yeah. You know, I think one of the things of having kids with us is they are so excited. As soon as we met this morning, they had their money ready, they were really excited, and they already had their list of things that they want to buy. And so that's so fun, because we were like that as kids. Not as young kids, we thought yard sailing was not fun, and then as we got into being teenagers, it just became our hobby and something we like to do. And so it's really cool to pass that down to the next generation and to see them enjoy doing that with us.
Yeah, it feels so exciting to me because I feel like it's a shared interest that as they get older, you know, we can still love it. And they would kind of ask our opinions about bargaining and what we thought about this item and that item. So we were able to honestly create a lot of good like learning opportunities too.
Yeah. I think the other thing that is so sweet is that a lot of the things that we find at yard sales, and even the kids the things that they are finding at yard sales, a lot of it is, hey, so and so would like this, or I'm gonna gift this to somebody. And so it's also a really good opportunity to talk to them about generosity and what it looks like to not only be good stewards of our money, but to make sure we're being generous to other people. So it was sweet to see them find gifts for their cousins and even find gifts for each other, to see something and call the other kids over and say, hey, I think you might like this. It's precious.
Yes. We also just got to, you know, just naturally, as we went about the morning, we got to have a lot of really good conversations about, you know, honesty. One time somebody gave me the wrong amount of change, as in they gave me too much change. And so we got to talk about how I could have handled that versus how I actually handled that. And then that led to the conversation of just the importance of counting your change in general. You know, maybe you got too little, maybe you got too much. So that was a good conversation. We also got to talk about like looking at the condition of things. You know, we bought several things today that have flaws, and you know, okay, is this worth coming home and seeing if I can get this stain out or take the pills off of this sweater, or is this something that maybe it's free for a reason, or maybe it's low price for a reason, and maybe I should pass on it.
Yeah, and it seems like a not super pressurized situation, or maybe it's a low stakes situation where kids can have a little bit of freedom to make some choices, and they all brought their own money, and so they had to make the decisions of like, oh, do I really want to spend $1 on this? Do I not? And getting to affirm some of those decisions and say, hey, that was really wise that you thought of it that way. Or after they would get back in the car going, oh, I kind of wish I would have asked for a bargain for that, or I kind of wish I would have made that decision. So it felt like some low stakes opportunities where they could have some freedom and practice these decision making skills that one day are going to have some big implications, but now they just get to practice in those low stake environments.
Right. And you were talking too about like thinking about others. I think they're even starting to see the advantages of giving from a secondhand, you know, perspective. Absolutely. And if I have $10 and I go to a yard sale, I can really do a lot with that. If I go to Walmart, maybe not so much, you know. And I mean, Emily and I both picked up gifts today, so I hope that that's something that they'll carry out as well as they get older.
The other lesson that they learned today was what happens if they both want the same toy. And so there was some compromise made and negotiations and some tears, and eventually they were able to come to an agreement, but that was some good practice for them, and what happens when you really want the same thing that somebody else has.
Yes, and it's also good practice for me to learn when to intervene and when to just sort of like step back and let them kind of work it out themselves. That's something I'm still learning all the time, all the while. All right, so that is it for today, and we're so excited that yard sale season is back. We're going to try to go as much as we can, as often as we can, and we will take you guys along with us. Let us know down in the comments if you have started going to yard sales yet, and we'd also love to know what was your favorite find from today.
Have a great day.